A great way to add some variation to a document or to draw attention to specific paragraphs is to use indents. Indenting a paragraph the right way can save you a lot of hassles when it comes to editing. Most people starting out will use the Tab key on their keyboard to indent each line in a paragraph, and then when they go to add or remove some text later, nothing lines up again. Using indent keeps every line of the paragraph indented, whether you add or remove text later on. So let's open up a document. We'll go to the Office button and click Open. Now we're going to navigate to our Lesson 5 folder. I'm going to double click that. And here is where I'm going to find Job Posting 5. I'll give it a click and click Open. So this is the document we're going to work with. We'll start by indenting the first line in a paragraph. That we can do with the Tab key on our keyboard. So we'll just go over here to where it says E-Cake Patisserie, and we'll hit the Tab key. So you can see what happens. By default, we're indenting only the first line of this paragraph. Every other line stays on the left margin. And it uses the default of a 1/2 inch. So that's fine there. We'll leave that just like that. Now let's see what happens when we want to indent every line in a paragraph. So we're going to click next to Deliver Training right here, and each one of these lines is a paragraph of its own because the Enter key was hit at the end of each one of these. So let's see what happens when we indent them. We're going to do that by increasing the indent using that button up here in the paragraph group. So this one here will increase our indent, again by 1/2 inch. We'll click on the next one, which is Provide Consultation. Now watch what happens because this one wraps around. When we hit the Increase Indent button, the entire paragraph is wrapped around at that 1/2 inch mark. So the second line, which wraps around automatically, is indented as well. Now an even quicker way is to select all of the text to be indented first. So if I was to click and drag down through all of these lines and go up and hit my indent button, I'll increase every single one of those lines all at once. That's a lot faster. Now the defaults can be edited, and we can adjust indenting by going a little bit deeper into the page layout section. So I'm going to go up here to page layout. And over here you can see we've got in the paragraph group some indenting options. So if I wanted to, for example, I'm going to go down here to the last sentence that says we thank all applicants, and I'm going to highlight that with a double click. I can indent this from both sides if I wanted to, right from up here. So you can see the left right now is set to 0. With each click of the up arrow, I'm adding 0.1 of an inch. So I'm going to go all the way up to a 1/2 inch. If I go too far, I use the down arrow. Now the same thing can be done on the right side by using these arrows. So I'm going to bump that one up to a 1/2 inch as well. So what I've got now is a double indent, indenting from both sides to center this paragraph at the bottom of my page. What happens when you increase an indent a little too far? I'm going to go back up to this first one here, Deliver Training, and click just left of the D. Let's go back to the Home tab and increase our indent one more time and say, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Well, you've got it. The button right next to it is the Decrease Indent button, and that takes us back. And that's the best way to do that. So whatever you do, don't use the space bar or even the Tab key a bunch of times when you want to indent every line in a paragraph. Save yourself some trouble later by using the indent command now. Adding and removing text after the fact won't affect this indenting.